Hey everybody, Oko here, and welcome back to our playthrough of Final Fantasy XI. We're starting things off today as a dancer. So we're going to be doing the dancer stuff today. So I'm using the Varus knife. I got my level up just to the point where I could use that. And here it is, the Étoile set, which we received, of course. It's just the base set relic armor set that we picked up from Dynamis. Alright, let's start things off as a level 40 thief for hire and talk to Layla, who we've talked to before. I think it was the quest when we were getting the dancer job. Probably dealt with her. That was a long time ago though, it's hard to remember. Why, isn't it, Oko? Been working hard on your steps, have ya? Why don't you show me some of your moves? Go on, let me see. Sharp. Confident steps. And great upper body balance to boot. Without a doubt, you've improved. Looks like you've been faithfully rehearsing the basics of our martial style, the Kriegstans. But your dance still lacks a certain shine. Listen up. What Troop Brilioth is aiming for is a dance style that captivates and enchants. I want you to think about how you can make your dance shine. How can we make it shine? Alright, so the next person we want to talk to is, like, right here somewhere. It's Rhea. Yeah, so the Mithra here dancing next to us. Let's talk to her. What? You want to know what's lacking in your dance? That's a tough one. I personally believe you've improved in leaps and bounds. Layla once told me about her childhood. Witchfire Glen in Grauberg was where her mother taught her to dance. She said that it was there she learned the true essence of dance. During the Great War, Witchfire Glen was rumored to be a mythical place where pixies could be seen frolicking. Layla's mother selected only the most talented dancers and trained them there. I would love to have been part of those lessons. I'm sorry I couldn't help you spice up your steps. Oh, it's okay. You gave us quite a bit of information, so I'm going to head to Grauberg, I guess, in the past. So I'll see you guys there. Alright, so we should be heading the right way now towards the Witchfire Glen. It took a long time to get here. Through the survival guide is the closest spot, I guess. But yeah, make sure you have your mount with you. Unless you feel like fighting a lot of monsters on the way. But we're going to head up this way. And this is going to be the area that Mithra was talking about, where her mom learned some sweet moves. Alright, we want to be at around F5. Yeah, I've been here many times for different things. I think when we were doing our mythic, we might have been coming here for these things. Something, or it was probably just during the storyline of Wings of the Goddess that we were coming here a lot, I guess. Alright, well, here we are. Let me just look at my notes. We're looking for a question mark spot. It's not here, is it? It might be this one right here. Let's see. The air before you appears warped and distorted. No, I don't think that was it. Here's another one. This is a very magical place, so there's a little kind of unique spots to check out everywhere. Let's try this one. There is nothing out of the ordinary here. Alright, I just got a good tip from online. It's probably this one here. It says the correct question mark spot is nestled between 3 trees. So, let's see what happens when we click here. This place never changes, does it? I've been fond of this little sanctuary since I was a child. Dancing here makes me happy and feel at peace with myself. And what's more, there are pixies here to welcome you. Layla, will you dance for me? That was beautiful. I'm very proud of you, Layla. You've mastered dancing technique as well as our own style, the Brilliath style, which has its roots in battle. I've taught you since you were but a tiny babe. There's nothing more I can teach you of technique or style. The next thing you must learn is the joy of dancing. For some time, you were troubled and unsure and even considered parting with dance. But on the day you ran away from home, you came back a new person, filled with life and enthusiasm. Well, it looks like you've gained quite a few admirers. That just goes to show how much you've improved. The time has come for me to teach you the true essence of dance. Mother! I promised myself never to dance in battle again, but I guess I have no choice. Alright, looks like we're going to be fighting a hippogriff. Let's click here again to summon it. A shiver runs down your spine. And we have our trusts with us, so let's take on the migratory hippogriff, which shouldn't be very difficult at level 91. Are we at right now? Yikes, yeah, a little overpowered, but that's okay. Ugh, just stabbed him in the butthole. Ouch. Kill it. Check the spot again. Thanks for saving us. You're the person I met the other day in Yugner Forest, aren't you? Oh, are you acquainted? Thank you for saving us. My name is Annika Brilliath, and this is my daughter. Are you perchance a dancer? Your battle stance was strikingly similar to the Brilliath style. Might you be a student of Master Mayakov? I'm impressed by your dancing sense. Is there anything I can do to express our gratitude? So you wish to learn how to make your dance shine. Since the outbreak of war, many have come to me wanting to learn the martial style of dance. I'm glad there are still dancers like yourself, who can see the true beauty of the art. Please accept this as a token of our appreciation. It's a book that I wrote. It will reveal to you much about dance and should guide you on your way to reaching the highest pinnacle in our divine art. Mother, just before, ye were going to tell me about the true essence of dance, so what is it? Layla, do you remember the feeling of happiness you said you felt when you danced by Lake Meshium? I remember, Mother. When you perform before an audience, you must share this happiness with all those who honor your stage with their presence. When you do so, you will understand the true essence of dance. Yes, Mother. I'm sure glad I skipped practice to go looking for a stardust pebble. But where did that mysterious pipe melody come from? Huh? The pebble's light is fading away. It was glowing ever so brightly just before. I wonder why. We obtain the essence of dance. Alright, I guess that's basically it. Apparently we can go to the item, to temporary key item, and read it. Is it at the end? Or maybe it's not temporary. Come on, maybe it's permanent. Here it is. It is a permanent. A textbook that provides practical information on dancing at the advanced level, written by Anna Cabrilla. Alright, well I guess that's all we had to do, so now we'll just go back and talk to Layla, back in Upper Juno, in the present. So I'll meet you guys there. Alright, so here's Layla. So, Oko, did ye work out how to make your dance shine? Ye think ye got the goods now? Go on then, give us a gander. Well, well, wasn't that something? A masterful dance can be the most lethal of weapons, a skillful fight the most elegant of dances. These be the words of me dear mother. But there's a key difference between dancing on stage and dancing in battle. On stage, you're dancing in front of the audience, with the goal of bringing smiles to their faces. Your desire to entertain and please the audience is what makes your dance shine. Don't you be forgetting that. Layla, I've just met with Wyatt, the guy who runs a business promoting performance troupes. He said that troupe Valeriano is next scheduled to perform right here in Juno. Troupe Valeriano in Juno? Apparently, the leader of the troupe wants to come speak with you when they arrive. What business would the likes of troupe Valeriano possibly have with me? Hey, that's enough daydreaming already. Get back to your practicing. I won't tolerate any of your making a fool of yourselves in front of troupe Valeriano. I wonder why she's gotten cranky all of a sudden. Just a minute ago, she was singing praises of you, Oko, and even asked me to prepare something to give to you. I didn't think the news would tick her off like that. No news is good news, huh? Alright, we got a war hoop. Finished the first artifact quest. So, it's a ranged weapon. It's a throwing item. Interesting. So I guess this would be a good opportunity to start working on our throwing skill. Yeah, which is basically the only thing we have to work on. I'll have to think about that. Maybe I'll get some food to enhance our combat skills. Alright, well I think for the next quest we're probably going to talk to Layla again, because I think we're going to continue this story. Yeah, but we probably have to zone first. So I'll just zone and come back. Practicing hard, Oko? Show me your progress from time to time, will ya? Not bad, but you still have a long way to go if you want to be diva o' the dance troupe. Have ye ever danced to a musician's tune? On stage, a dancer must be one with the musicians who perform the accompaniment. Even when ye practice, ye've to visualize the music in your mind, or ye'll become a self-centered dancer. And I guarantee ye self-centered dancers don't get very far. To become a top-notch dancer, ye have to work with a top-notch musician. I recommend ye find yourself a good musician who will play a tune to dance to. A tune for ye to dance to. Let me tell ye a story. When I was little, I once skipped practice and stole off to a lake in Yugna Forest. It was there that me ears were treated to a most marvelous pipe tune. Its soul-stirring melody is still vivid in me mind to this day. Even though I never actually saw the person playing, it was this chance encounter that made me the dancer I am today. If only I knew who was playing that tune, I would share its inspiration with ye, Oko. Ah, it was such a long time ago. Alright, well, looks like we're heading to Yugna Forest then, in the past. Let me just check. Yep, so I'll meet you guys there. Oh, I dare say, have we met before? How may I be of service? What am I doing? I am in search of the bard, who was playing a pipe somewhere in the forest the other day. You see, Milady was captivated by the tune, and strongly wishes to meet with the bard in person. Just a moment ago, I heard music being played on a pipe, and made haste towards it, but alas, the sound suddenly broke off. I continued further on to the lake, only to discover a broken pipe. There were signs that suggested a struggle may have taken place. I fear for the safety of the pipe's owner. I will continue my search for the bard. It would break my heart if I had to bring such tragic news back to Milady. Alright, so there's the cutscene that we get upon entering the Yugna Forest here in the past. Now, we need to go to I-5. But there might be a bit of a specific route we have to take. I-5, let me just see. Actually, that might not be so... No, that's actually... I don't think that very hard to get to at all. We're pretty close to that, so I'll just see if I can find... We're looking for some glowing pebbles at I-5. I'll meet you guys there. Alright, so here we are at I-5. Let's check the area and see if we can find some glowing pebbles. Definitely can't get past this. Let's see, let's go up this way. Aha! I saw it. Here it is. Okay, I better, let me just see if we have a battle coming up here. I don't think there's a battle, so I'm just gonna click on here. What? You're looking for someone who was attacked by a monster and dropped a pipe? In that case, you need not look any further, for I am he. I love the beauty and solitude of this place, and often come here to play my pipe. Unfortunately, it seems a Smilodon shares my sentiments. I somehow managed to escape from its razor-sharp claws, but as luck would have it, I dropped my treasured pipe as I fled. I've been scouring the forest for it since, if I recall correctly. Found it. Altana be praised. But it's broken. If I had a block of Yagudo glue, it might be possible to make repairs. Alright, well we need some Yagudo glue, and we're gonna find that. Well, we gotta fight Yagudo, Bard type Yagudo, and they drop it, so the pipers. But let me just check to see if maybe this is available at the auction house. It is. No, it cannot be auctioned, so we gotta find this item. Alright, so I guess we're gonna be going, it looks like. We're gonna be heading. We're gonna go to the West Saruda Baruda, and we're gonna head towards Gideus, but not enter it. I'll bring some dancers in with us. So here's Mayakov and Rumor. Don't see them very often. Alright, so we're going to be looking for Yagudo Pipers. Yeah, they should be here somewhere. Let's see. Yagudo. Alright, so here we are, in the past, close to the entrance to Gideus. And we want to look for pipers. Here's one. Alright, we got Mayakov and Moomer with us. I thought I'd bring in some dancers. Alright, let's see if we get lucky on this on our first try. Not sure what the drop rate is. There's lots of other Yagudo you can fight to get these as well, but this is apparently one of the easier ones to get to. Alright, that's okay. Nothing on the first try. That's fine. Here's another piper here. We're looking for, what was it, Piper Glue? Is that what it was called? No. Oh, Yagudo Glue is what the item is. Alright, well, we'll just kill these two just to get them out of our way, because they're already aggroed. Alright, so Yagudo Piper. What's the next one? Here's one. Alright, finally got a block of Yagudo Glue. That took quite a while, but there it is. Alright, so now I guess we probably just take that back to the Piper at Yugner. Let me just see here. Yeah, we just trade it. So I'll meet you guys back at the Glowing Pebbles at Yugner Forest in the pass. Alright, here we are back at the water. I don't think there's a battle. Oof. Maybe I better just double check this. No, we're fine. The battle was getting the glue. Yagudo Glue, there it is. Well, we meet again. Hey, isn't that a block of Yagudo Glue? You brought it for me? Now I can fix my beloved pipe. You have my eternal gratitude. There, good as new. So you're a dancer. That was some of the finest footwork I've seen in years. That reminds me of when I trekked out here last. I was playing my favorite tune when I caught glimpse of a little girl. A dancer. She must have heard my melody because she started to dance. She was so pure, so full of joy and radiance. I was sincerely touched. At that moment, I felt as though the goddess herself was smiling upon my decision to become a bard. When the war is over, I plan to start a traveling circus troupe that will bring smiles and laughter wherever it goes. I found this pebble here at the lake. As I gazed into its light, I realized that is what I wanted to do. That's odd. It was glowing brightly until a while ago. So the rumors were true. Oh, you haven't heard? You see, these peculiar glowing pebbles come in pairs. It is said that if one were to be separated from the other, both would cease to glow. Oh dear, it's getting rather late. I'd best be going till we meet again. I'm going to click here now. It just says we find a sparkling stone. Alright, so all we have to do now is just head back to Layla in the present. So I'll meet you guys there. Ye say ye met a bard who played a tune for ye to dance to? Alright then, let's see how ye've improved. That was incredible. That bard ye met must have been quite something. It's high time ye had this. You've come a long way, Oko. To be honest, on the day ye brought the Stardust Pebble and I had to accept ye into Troop Brilliolf, I didn't know how ye'd turn out. But ye've exceeded all expectations. Aye, it's unfortunate, but the pebble ye brought has lost its glow. The same happened with me pebble I've had with me for ages, see? What the? Excuse me, but you are Troop Brilliolf, are you not? It is an honor to meet you. Valeriano. What? Can it really be? Layla? It's you, isn't it? You know each other, Layla? No. You don't remember? 10 years ago, you came to me wanting to join Troop Valeriano. No way. It is true? Is it true, Layla? I suppose there's no use hiding it. My, what a splendid dancer you have matured into. When I heard the news from Wyatt about the promising new dance troupe, I had a hunch that you'd be the one behind it, Layla. And such a fine dance troupe under your wings. Now I am certain it was the right decision to turn you down 10 years ago. I've been looking forward to seeing you dance again, Layla. I'll be seeing more of you soon. Layla, what he just said. Although it's true, Rhea. Except for one thing, he has never ever seen me dance. How can he look forward to seeing me again when he has never seen me even once? How horrible! "10 years ago, me mother staged a big dance production, and I was selected for the lead role. It was the proudest moment in me life. It was all the more special because mother was a strict teacher who didn't give special favors to anyone, not even her own daughter. Not long after me debut as lead, Troop Valeriano came to town. Even back then, Troop Valeriano had already grown into a circus of a grand scale, with musicians as well as dancers in its repertory. Their performances were a hit with both young and old. It was the first circus I had ever seen in my life, and I was hopelessly spellbound. By the time they were packing up to move on, I was determined to join them. I wanted to join Troop Valeriano so badly. I took no heed or objections from those around me. Wait. And you are? Me name is Layla Brilioth, and I'm the #1 dancer in town. Ah, yes. I went to your troupe's performances, and I liked what I saw. Why, I'm pleased to hear that, thank you. So I've decided to join ye. Is that so? Your troupe will be so much better with me dancing. Thank you for offering. But no thank you. Huh? I'm afraid I cannot accept you into our troupe. I don't understand. Why won't you accept me? If you would just watch me dance, you'll see how good I am. I've already made up my mind, so that won't be necessary. I'm very sorry. Such a heartbreaking story. Not long after that, a great fire burned down Troupe Valeriano's tent and all their equipment. The members were forced to disband. All the dancers left too. It was a big setback, and I sincerely sympathize with them for their misfortune. But I've never forgotten the humiliation I felt when I was rejected. After the incident, I left home and found Troupe Brilioth. I was determined to surpass Troupe Valeriano, and did all I could to get where I am today. I'm proud of what I've achieved, but above that, I'm proud of all of ye. Alright, we received the Dancer's Tights and complete the second artifact quest, and we're invisible for some reason. Alright, so we just have to zone and wait for the next, game day, which is quite a while from now, so I'll just do some other things and come back to talk to Layla again, a third time. Oko, just the adventurer I was looking for. I was thinking it's about time ye stepped up on stage and... Howdy, folks. You must be Troupe Brilioth. And who might ye be? The name's Wyatt, and I work in the performance business. Boy, have I got a proposal for you. For my next production, I've organized for Troupe Valeriano to come and perform right here in Juneau. And I was thinking to myself how magnificent it would be if Troupes Brilioth and Valeriano could collaborate in a circus and dance extravaganza. These be the details o' my proposal. So, what do you think? Sounds interesting. But what does Troupe Valeriano have to say about it? Well, ma'am, that's just the problem. Troupe Valeriano been busy touring the Three Nations, so I haven't had a chance to speak with them properly yet. Why don't you leave that to us? We'll go and inform Valeriano for ya. Well, ain't that sweet? I'd be most grateful if you could pass the proposal to them. Guess I'll be seeing y'all later then. Oko, I want ye to take this proposal to the music shop in Bastock Markets and pass it to the owner of the establishment. Valeriano often goes there, so I'm told. Here we are at the music shop in Bastock Markets. Let's show the music store owner Wyatt's, what was it called? Wyatt's proposal. Huh? You want me to pass this to Valeriano next time he's here? I certainly don't mind, but it looks like it won't be necessary. Look. Good day, Harmodios. I'm here with regard to the music sheets I requested the other day. They're ready just like you asked, sir. By the way, this young gentleman here... Ah, yes, I remember. You're a dancer from Troupe Brilioth, are you not? How may I be of service? Absolutely splendid. Nothing would give me more pleasure than to perform with Troupe Brilioth. How I've longed to see I'll deliver the news to my troop and have them prepare immediately. They are sure to be as excited as I am. I will see you again very soon. Please send my regards to Layla. Alright, and that's, I think, all we had to do. Let's go back and talk to Layla in Upper Juno. There's a good shot of Juno there in the back. Awesome. Alright, here we are. Let's talk to Layla. Let her know that things are on with Valeriano. It's a go. What? Ye met Valeriano himself at the music shop. So, what did he think about the proposal? Really? He was that enthusiastic? Well, isn't that sweet? I've been waiting for this day for so long. The day I surpass Valeriano. When Wyatt came here and told us about his plan, I could barely contain me excitement. Needless to say, you'll dance with us too, Oko. This is the perfect opportunity. We'll show Troop Valeriano who the audience prefers. That reminds me, you've never performed on stage before, have ye? If ye ask Rhea, Miulia, that's the girl dancing of the Mithra, she'll give ye tips and tricks on how to please the crowd when you dance. We're dancing for real this time, so no slacking off before the performance. Alright, so like she said, we can talk to Rhea and we can actually practice this little mini-game. This is a strange artifact quest, because there's no fighting involved in this one. Everything, I think this entire quest is just going to be here in Juno. For the upcoming performance, we will dance with Troop Valeriano performing beside us. The whole purpose of the collaboration is to allow the audience to enjoy both circus and dance performances simultaneously. But Layla is hell-bent on outdoing Troop Valeriano. So we must perform a style of dance that will please and draw the audience's attention. Just to give you a general idea, younger folk tend to prefer waltz. The elderly are more fond of samba, while little kiddies can't get enough of jigs. While you're dancing, observe what type of crowd is watching Troop Valeriano's circus performance. Then dance a style that is to their taste. If you do so, the crowd will be sure to turn their attention to Troop Brilliot's performance instead. But you also mustn't neglect those who are already watching us. If a style of dance isn't to their taste, it's only a matter of time before the audience turns their attention elsewhere. Does this make sense? Would you like to practice? Okay, we'll do one practice. Alright then, I'll pretend to be Troop Valeriano. Not that I can juggle or anything. Alright, so there's 3 different types of dances. We just have to keep doing them and, yeah, attracting the crowd to our side. So, let's just do a waltz. We got 1 minute to do this. A samba. Oh, the kid's like jigs, right? Well, there's 2 kids over there, so let's try and get the kid over. Let's keep the kiddies here by doing a jig. Uh-oh, we lost one of the kids. How do I get that big guy in the back there? I'm trying to figure out how to get him. Oh, there we go, we got him. Uh-oh. We need those kids back. Right, that's it. We're done. So... Oh! We lost that guy right at the end. Well, I think we lost there. No offense, Oko, but at this rate, I think my juggling will be able to attract a bigger crowd. I know how you feel. Competing for the audience isn't my idea of fun either. But let's just give it our best, okay? Alright, well, we failed that. That didn't go very well, but we almost had it there. Just that guy took off at the end. Anyway, I'm just gonna go and try this. Apparently, if you just... Yeah, focus on... I'm just reading online, so just gotta focus on the jigs and the waltz. How do I start? Let me just see. Oh, we gotta wait for the next Vana'diel day. That's a long time from now. We gotta wait for some reason. Okay, so we just got lots of time to practice. So yeah, we'll just wait here till the next day. And then we will do the main performance, which will focus on waltz and jigs. But maybe we'll throw in a samba sometime. I don't know. Please excuse our lateness. I hope you were not waiting too long. I've been waiting 10 whole years. A few more minutes won't make any difference. I'm not sure I understand. Valeriano, today's the day I make you regret you ever rejected me. Layla? Oko, you remember how to please the audience? Sure do. Alright then, Oko, it's showtime! Alright, let's see how we do here. Alright, 10 seconds left. I think we're good. Time for one more jig. There we are. We're good. We got all the kids and the adults. We didn't get the two old people who like their sambas, but whatever. Sir, the dancers have snatched the audience away from us. Layla, what has become of you? This is not what I had envisioned, not what I came for. What I wanted was... that pipe. Could this be true? All those years ago, ye were the one playing the pipe at Lake Mashium? Heard the silvery sound of the boss's pipe before, have you? Aye, a long time ago when I was but a child. I was born daughter to a renowned family of dancers, and grew up in the midst of the Crystal War. Dance was me life, and all I knew, but one day I became fed up with day after day of the endless drills, and decided to run away from home. That was when I first heard the pipe, down by Lake Mashium. Its soul-stirring melody flowed through me, guiding each step, each whirl and pirouette. It revived me dwindling passion for dance and inspired me to continue. Everything I have, I owe to that pipe. I haven't forgotten that day, Layla, the day I first saw you dance. You were watching? It was the most uplifting sight I have ever had the privilege of laying my eyes upon. When Oko delivered the proposal to me in Bastok, I thanked the goddess for giving me the opportunity to watch you dance once more. But I can't do it. I don't have it in me anymore. Since the day ye rejected me, me sole purpose in life has been to surpass ye. The only reason I've been dancing all these years was so I could look down me nose at ye. I don't deserve to be a dancer. I am to blame for having caused you so much pain. Please forgive me, Layla. You didn't do anything, but I still firmly believe I made the right decision. It would have been wrong to accept the most promising young dancer Vana'diel has ever seen into our troupe. What? You were brought up surrounded by loved ones and destined to become successor to the famed Brilioth style. Though tender of age, your talent had already bloomed beyond compare. Never before had such a young dancer been selected. Lead in your mother's production. Even I knew this. But I had no right to pluck you away from where you belonged. You deserved so much more than I could have ever offered in my troupe. No circus tent could ever be large enough for you to grow and fulfill your potential, Layla. So, ye rejected me not because ye didn't think I was good enough? The answer is clear, Layla. You are everything a dancer could ever wish to be. I regret not having explained my decision more clearly when I turned you down. Even if you did, I don't think I would have understood. I so wanted to join Troupe Valeriano. I lost sight of all those who cared about me most. I am just a stupid girl. You need not be ashamed. Just look at the wonderful dance troupe that you have created. Cast your eyes upon the scores of fans who love you. Valeriano. Layla, will you do me the great honor of dancing for me? Just like that time so many years ago. Aye. Alright, we got a little private dance here. Alright. And we even join in on the fun. That's awesome. I have never enjoyed performing as I did today. I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Alright, everyone. It's time to go. That pebble. My Stardust Pebble's twin. So you had it with you all this time. They finally found each other again. I'm going to start over. Just like the day I found this pebble by the lake. I trust I will not take another 20 years before I next see you dance. All the best, Layla. That was a hell of a debut performance, Oko. You never cease to impress me. Nothing rings truer than practice makes perfect. Here, this is for all your hard work. I've been such a fool all these years using dance just to try to patch up me broken ego. It's kind of embarrassing to admit, but I haven't enjoyed dancing like that for ages. How I'd love to dance beside Valeriano again. Alright, we get the Dancer's Cassock, which is, yeah, our second piece of artifact armors. There we are, and there's the 3 artifact quests, but there's still 3 more pieces of the artifact armor, of course, that we want to get. But this is the Dancer, which was one of the later jobs added from a later expansion, so we don't have to talk to Guslam and do the Borgert's quest. We don't have to do that one. Instead, we're going to be looking for somebody here in Juneau, actually. So we can talk to Olgald, the Gulka here that's been dancing around. We've never really talked to him personally. Let's talk to him. Oh, hey there, Oko. I was wondering where you were. I've been meaning to have a heart-to-heart with you for some time now. Don't take this the wrong way, but have you ever considered getting a tailor-made dancer outfit? As professionals, we have to take extra care with our appearance, you know. And it just so happens that there's this tailor I know you'd just love. His name is Matthias. The garments he makes at his shop in Bastock Markets is simply sublime. We've all had our outfits made up by Matthias, even the dancer's tights Layla's wearing. Just gorgeous, aren't they? You should definitely have Matthias make you an outfit too. I promise you won't regret it. Alright, let's head to Bastock Markets and talk to Matthias, and he's right by the musical instrument shop. Alright, here's Matthias, just at this little bridge part over the little river. Hello, how may I help you? Oh, a dancer, are you? Which troupe did you say you were from? What? From Troupe Brilioth? Layla's Troupe Brilioth? I am green with envy. I've been Layla's biggest fan for the past 20 years. You see, I dabbled in dancing once in the past. Unfortunately, though, the powers that be didn't see it fit to bless me with rhythm. They did, however, bless me with these tailor's hands that can whip up garments that adorn their wearers with joy and happiness. I'm sorry for rambling like that. You came here to place an order, right? Let me see. I can make you a dancer's tiara, a pair of dancer's bangles, and a pair of dancer's toe shoes. Well, let's go with the tiara first. Oh, and also... Okay, so here's the things he needs. In order to make a dancer's tiara, I need a square of imperial silk cloth, a square of wolf felt, and also a square of silver brocade. Sure. Alright, so there we go. So let's look for those items. I'll go to the auction house. Alright, well I think all of these items are going to be probably in the cloth craft. Most likely. That's the first place I'm going to look. So where are we? Cloth craft. So silver brocade was one of them, right? Silver brocade, there's one here. 20,000. Let's offer a little more money. I might even be able to just make that. Okay, I'll try 30 and then maybe I'll see if I can make it myself. Alright, never mind. Alright, now the other one we want is wolf felt, right? I think it was wolf felt. This one's around 30 as well. try 25. Alright, so there's 2 items, and then the third one was Imperial Silk Cloth. Imperial Silk Cloth, good, it's available. Ooh, it's a little more expensive, but that's okay, who cares? We got the money. Alright, so there we are. We got all 3 items from the auction house. Let's go back to the guy and place the order and... Alright, wolf felt, silver brocade, and imperial silk cloth. Let's take a look at what you brought me. I'll start working on it right away. This will take time, so please come back later. Yeah, so we just gotta come back the next game day, I guess. So we'll go do some other things and we'll be back. Fantastic timing. I just finished making your dancer's tiara. Won't you look at that shine? It accentuates that glimmer of determination in your eyes. Now, no one could possibly keep their eyes off your performances. Let me know if there's anything else you want made. Alright, I do want, obviously, the other pieces, but I think we have to zone first. Oh, no, I guess not. Dancer's bangles. Let's go with this one. So, we need a square of caracal cloth, rainbow cloth. Oh, these are easy to get, I think. I think these are easy. Alright. Alright, next stop, auction house. Alright, looks to me like it's gonna be cloth craft stuff again. So let's see here. Caracal. Uh-oh. What was it again? Caracal cloth. So, there's lots available. 40,000. Alright, so that's good. The next one was rainbow cloth and rainbow velvet. Lots of rainbow stuff. Rainbow cloth, that's an easy one. Yeah, you can get these from all over the place. Fighting notorious monsters. So that one's done. And then rainbow velvet. There's only one here. I want it. Another 40. This one, these 3 pieces ended up being a little more expensive than the last 3 items. But that's okay for the tiara. Let's turn these into him before it switches to the next day so that we can pick up the item quicker. Alright, here we are, back. Rainbow cloth, rainbow velvet, caracal cloth. Alright, there we are. So we'll just wait for the day to pass and we'll come back and pick up our item. Alright, before I head back to pick up my item after midnight, I just looked ahead to find what materials we need for the next one. Let's just see if we can pick them up now since we have some time. So the first one here is gold brocade. There is one here. Gold brocade goes for about 20,000. Alright. Alright, 30,000. Next one is Moblin Weave. Here it is. Lots of them. Oh, wow, expensive. Oh, well. You know what? I wonder if I can buy that. Hold on. I wonder if there's a Moblin vendor that'll sell that to me. Let me just look that up quickly before I spend all this money on this at the auction house. Well, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, no. Alrighty. It's a lot of money, but we need these shoes. We want to collect all the pieces. Alright, and then, I mean, we can afford it, right? I mean, it is a lot of money, but we're kind of rich. Wamura, I think it's Wamura cloth. Yeah. 2 of them available. So we're good, we got all the pieces. So this one's around 50. So this was by far the most expensive of the 3 to buy all the materials at the auction house, but oh well. Still a pretty good deal. There we are, the 3 pieces. So I'll just go back now and should be able to pick up. Should be perfect timing to go pick up our. What's he working on now? I can't even remember what he's working on now. The gloves or something? Wow, almost perfect timing. Look at that. We only have. We have seconds to wait here for the day to change. Fantastic timing. I just finished making your dancer's bangles. How do you like the exquisite harmony between black and gold? Only the most skilled of craftsmen can achieve such balance. Now your dance will shine like never before. Let me know if there's anything else you want made. Alright, there we are, the dancer's bangles, and just one more piece to get for the artifact armor. The toe shoes, the dancer's toe shoes. So, those are the items that he wants, and we already got them. Oops, there we are. Moblin weave, gold brocade, Wamura cloth. I'll start working on it right away. This will take time, so please come back later. Alright, we'll be back. Fantastic timing. I just finished making your dancer's toe shoes. The beauty of these shoes is hidden in the soles, which are designed to achieve just the right pitch and timbre. They will enrich your dance by adding an extra dimension into your steps, all without being obtrusive. Well, that's the last garment I can make for you. Please give my regards to Layla. And we received the dancer's toe shoes. Alright, so we're wearing the relic outfit. Now let's put on the dancer's outfit, which is the artifact armor set for dancer. There you go. Look just like Mayakov. Alright. So we don't really have a weapon skill quest to go on now. So I thought, but we still have some time here in the dancer episode. So I thought that we would maybe take care of some quests, and the dancer job originates from the Wings of the Goddess campaign. So I think that we will actually head back to the past and just take care of a couple little quests back in the past in Vana'diel as a dancer, just to spend a little more time as dancer and have some fun. So I'll meet you guys in the past. Alright, so here we are in Sandori in the past. Haven't been here in a while. But I want to just run around, during the Crystal War era and just explore a little bit more and take care of a few little things that we didn't do when we were doing the story missions. So the first person I want to talk to is around here somewhere. There, this guy here, Exarosh. Let's talk to him. I believe it's a him. Oh, do help me, kind sir. I came here with my father, and now he's gone. All right. Well, if it isn't Exarosh, got separated from Daddy Dearest again, did we? Ha! One can hardly blame him for wanting to be rid of a crybaby like you. My father's going to show me how to fight with his Xiphos. A pity you're too busy bawling your eyes out, or I'd let you tag along. Ta-ta! Father, wherever did you go? The child is too distraught to provide you with any information. His name, however, strikes you as strangely familiar. So, yeah, we've talked to him as an adult in the present. So, I think we can go talk to him now, actually. Let me just check. Wait, what? Yeah, okay, I'll just quickly go to the present and just touch base with them, and we should get some extra information. Alright, so Exarosh, as an adult, hung out in here, and I remember we did a quest for him a long time ago that involved his son and a fishing rod, I think it was. What's that? You wish to hear of my father? Forgive me, but I'm far too busy to indulge in idle reminiscing. Perhaps you can seek out my son, Elbach. The boy was quite close to his grandfather. Alright, well, his son hung out around the fountain in northern Sandoria, I believe. Yep, sure enough, here he is. Elbach. Yes? Is there something you need? About your grandfather. You've heard of grandfather? That does not surprise me. He was, after all, an angler of no small repute. Why, in his younger days, he would rise at the crack of dawn and bike through Yugner Forest to Lake Mishume. There he would lose himself in fishing until sunset. Remarkable devotion, is it not? Oh, would that I could go on such a fishing trip with my own father. Alas, it seems he did not inherit grandfather's love for the sport. Alright, well, we're gonna head to the Yugner Forest in the past and see if we can find that spot at Lake Mishume he's talking about. Alright, so here we are in Yugner Forest. We don't need to go very far. We should be sort of in the area already. Fastest way to get here is just take the survival guide at to the East Ronfor in the past. Alright, so what are we looking for here? I want to find... Oh, there's somebody here. We're looking for someone named Landrick. Hiding right up here. Ooh, he's fishing. Hello. Silence, I said. What's that? My son is looking for me at Sandoria Eastgate and bawling his eyes out, I imagine. Thank you for your troubles. Tell him to remain where he is, and that I shall return after I have seen to my errands. Alright, that's it. So we'll just head back and let the kid know. Fastest way there. Can I warp? Yes, I'll just warp. I'll meet you guys back at Exarosh. Alright, talk to Exarosh. Here we are. What? You've found my father, you say? Exarosh, where did you run off to this time? That's him. Why, you spineless milksop. Get yourself lost, and all you can do is wail and whimper till some passerby takes pity on you. Have you no shame? But, father! Enough of your sniveling. You are elven. You are to conduct yourself with honor and dignity at all times. But, father! I'll forge you into shape yet. You can stand there alone until you figure out what it means to act like a man. No, father. Why must you be so cruel? Don't leave me. My apologies for any trouble imposed upon you by my lily-livered brat of a son. Please accept this in return for your efforts. What? But father, that's my favorite bronze sword! Silence! Until you dry those shameful tears, you are no son of mine. Wow, what an ass. My bronze sword. Without it, I cannot... Well, we got the bronze sword. Now, what do we do with that? We might just give it back to the kid. Yeah, we just give it to him. I mean, we don't need a bronze sword. Don't tell your father, kid, but here you go. You can have it. Could it be? You've come to return this to me? Oh, thank you ever so much. This is the bronze sword that I shall wield to protect my family and kingdom when I become a great strong knight. And yet, I cannot accept it from you. Father has forbidden me from bearing arms, save for as part of my weapons training. I can receive this sword only when he deems me worthy of it once more. So the bronze sword was returned to us. So now we gotta go back to see Landric in Yugner Forest again. Lots of back and forth, but luckily he's close to the survival guide, which is right here. Alright, we're back here. Let's talk to the man. Let's trade his bronze sword back to him. Ah, it's you again. Pray accept my apologies for my son's shameful behavior the other day. What is the meaning of this? You would disgrace a proud elven by returning that which was gifted to you in good faith? I'll have no part of it. At any rate, my piscine query here demands my full attention, if you would be so kind. Hello? It would seem subtlety is not your strong suit. Or was there still something you would have of me? Oh boy, we have a very particular series of questions here, so we're going to answer these properly. Let's ask about Exenrosh. Ah, my boy has caused you grievance again, has he? Not in the slightest. You are returning the blade on my son's behest, you say. Whatever is the meaning of this, the boy's spirit is true. Ha! Now that's a fine jest. That boy is too busy wetting his sleeves to show any higher aspirations. Or would you say otherwise? Protects his family and kingdom. I think that's the one. It's the secret fourth one. My son said that? And here I thought he saw that bronze sword as little more than a toy. Perhaps he is more of a man than I had measured him for. Very well. I shall return his beloved blade. As a present from you, we shall see. Forgive me, but there are still fish to be caught before my return. Tell my son that I will be along in due time. Alright, so now we'll just head back to Exenrosh, and I think it'll be just probably fastest to just go right back to that survival guide. So I'll meet you guys back at Southern Sandoria in the past. Alright, let's talk to Exon Roche. Let him know the good news. You can have a sword back. But my bronze sword, without it, I cannot... Exon Roche. Father, she's a beauty, is she not? My hard-won catch of the day. And I believe this is yours as well. Could it be? My bronze sword! Thank you, Father. Bah. Were it my decision, you'd not have seen it again until you were a man grown. You have the generosity of this stranger here to thank. Oh, you truly are too kind, my lord. Thank you, my lord Oko. Well, now that you have a blade again, I suppose I must teach you to swing it without lopping off your own extremities. Truly? Oh, my honor, Father, I shan't let you down. Oh, there's a spirited reply. I just might make a knight of you yet. Hail, Exarosh. What a charming little bronze sword you have there. A fitting toy for a child such as yourself, methinks. This is Entrenu. Oh, that guy. Me, I've already received a Xiphos from my father. A true knight's weapon, you see. Perhaps we can spar sometime. Should you ever feel the need for a proper bruising, that is. Father? Hear me well, Exarosh. Let others say as they will. In the end, 'tis not the mightiest sword, nor even the savviest fencer, who shall win the day. It is the one with honor and justice on his side. Remember this always. Discipline yourself in mind and body, and you will grow strong. Yes, Father, one day I shall be the strongest, bravest knight in the kingdom. I will make you proud. I've not felt such a close bond with my son in quite some time. I am in your debt, Oko. As it seems the lad will have need of his bronze sword after all, pray accept this instead as a token of my gratitude. The boy may be tender in years, but his heart is true. I shall endeavor to see him raised to be as strong and honorable as yourself. Alright, we received the trainee's spectacles, which is something that'll be useful in a future video. Here they are. This gives us an increase to our fishing skill. Alright, so wearing those, I'm just going to head back to Southern Sandoria in the present and talk to Exenroche as an adult. Yeah, we're going to be doing an episode on fishing eventually. It's going to be a late episode, but we'll get to that eventually. And we'll use these spectacles for that. But right now, let's show Exarosh. Let's see if he remembers them. Why, those trainee's spectacles. They bear a remarkable resemblance to a prized possession of my dear departed father's. Oh, the memories this brings back. Father was quite the ardent angler, you see. In fact, I cannot recall a single day that he did not make the trip to Lake Mashium. Oh, of course he'd spare an hour here or there to instruct me in swordplay, a gesture for which I was most thankful, to be sure. But this was but a diversion for him. That angling was his true passion, was clear for all to see. So all-consuming was his obsession that I grew to resent him. What kind of father could harbor a greater love for fishing than for his own family? As it turns out, I had misjudged the man. I heard the truth from my mother one day. Fishing as a craft was of little interest to him, she said, and yet it was an age of war, with foodstuffs few and far between. This is what drove my father to make the perilous journey through Yugner Forest each and every dawn, a desire to provide sustenance, not just to his own beloved family, but to his suffering countrymen as well. The father I had seen as little but a cruel taskmaster was, in fact, a deeply honorable, self-sacrificing soul. I was instilled with a newfound pride, and swore that one day I would instill my son with the same values that my father had stood for. 'Tis a comical twist of fate, is it not? In the end, all that he inherited from his grandfather was his skill with the rod and lure. My apologies. Whatever has gotten into me to get so caught up in trivial nostalgia. At any rate, I wish you the best in your travels. Farewell. All right, there we are. A little more story with the Exaroche family. I've done quite a few little quests and storyline parts with them. Interesting. All right, so I think we have a little more time still. So I'm going to head back to the past and take care of one more quest. This time, let's choose one of the other two nations. Maybe we'll go to Windurst. I'll meet you guys at Windurst in the past. Alright, so here we are in Windurst Waters. We're sort of heading towards the entrance to the Mog house. And we're looking for a Tarotaro named Ponono. I believe it's a Tarotaro. She should be right around here. Potato? Ponono, here you are. My mercenary friend, all of Windurst is in your Dedaroo. Here's a token for your troubles. You'll be wanting to take you wait good care of it. Why, it's a Ponono original after all. Normally, you'd see lines of customers stretchy-wetching halfway across Saruda Baruda just to buy one of these. But with times being what they are, I'm handing them out free of charge to brave souls like you who toil to protect Daru, the Federation. Don't you feel lucky? Go on, take a closer look. Do you see the 3 threads so exquisitarily entwined? Sometimes I can't help but admire my own crafty waftmanship. It's my family's technique, handed down from ages past Daru, and believe it or not, it's enchantarood as well. As each thread unravels, mystic powers will be bestowed upon its wearer. What sortaroo of powers, you ask? Well, the first string is said to bestow courage to stand against the most fearsome plightaroo. The second, gentleness to soothly soothe the deepest wound. And the third, well, you'll just have to see for yourself, won't Taru you? And we get Ponono's charm. I'm just gonna zone into the Mog house and come back out and talk to her again. Oh, if it isn't my mercenary friend. How nice to see you sportarooing the Ponono's charm I gave you. You must be quite the trendy Wen-setter. Because ever since then, I've had one soldier after the next Daru begging me for one of their own. In fact, I seem to have exhaustarood my entire stock, so this simply won't do. I still have my spools of thread, of course, but as they are, they're as good as useless. The thread must be steepy weeped in 3 pools of mystic water, you see. Alas, in more tranquil times, I would simply have gone myself. But now, no, the war-torn battlefield is no place for a delicate damsel such as I. But you are a brave warrior, and guarded by the strength of my charm, to Bootaroo. Surely, you could handle this minor task. My pleasure. Such a bravey wave and kind soul you are. I can see I entrust my charm to good hands. The charm, as you see, is comprised of 3 intertwining threads. But that's not all. Each strand must be dippy whipped in the mystic waters of one of 3 locations throughout the land to complete the enchantment. Only this can be fashioned into the finished product Aru you now hold in your hand. The firsty worst is this delicate wool thread. This must be imbued with the invigorating waters of the night swell in West Ronfor. Next we have this delicate linen thread you see. This must be gently dipped in the placid waters of the Fey Spring of Grauberg. And finally, this delicate cotton thread. This requires an infusion of the most peculiar waters of Lake Topokalapuka, which lies in East Saruda-Baruda. Each spoolie wool of thread has been prepared for enchantment using my family's secret magical recipe. When dipped in their respective waters, the strands will take on the most brilliant Aru hues you've ever gazed upon. Bring all 3 threads back to me in their altered states, and I'll be able to fashion enough charms to outfit Aru the entire Windurstian army. And that Aru should be all you need to know. So, do you feel up to the task? I surely really am. Excellent. Here are the materials you'll need. Mind you, this is the very last Aru of my supply, so take care not to drop it in the ditchy witch somewhere. Mercenaries from across the Federation are banging on my doors day and night Aru to get their greedy hands on my charms. I'm counting on you. Alright, so we get the 3 different threads, so we'll just do those sort of, I don't know, it doesn't really matter which order you do them in, I guess. Oh yeah, there was something else I forgot to do. I'll do this quickly now. Let's see, we did that. Achievements, this one. Here it is, Dancer level 99. Let's just get that, so that's done. And get our little bonus Rem's tails. So there we are. Dancer, all done. That's up to level 99. Alright, so we're going to go to those 3 locations. Like I said, it doesn't matter. They should be 3 easy to get to areas as well. I don't think they're that hard. Well, since we're in Windurst, I guess we'll do the delicate cotton thread first at Lake Tepokalapuka. That's at E9 in East Saruda-Baruda. So I'll meet you guys there. Alright, so here we are, Lake Topokalapuka, and we're in, I'm in the present day. I hope that doesn't make a difference if it's present. I don't even know if we can go to this area in the past, actually. But here we are. I'm not sure. I'll just look for a spot. Wow. Oh, here we go. Lake this must be it. So here's a spot. Here we are on the west side of the lake. Let's click here. Oko dipped the delicate cotton thread in the curious waters of the Lake Tepokalapuka. The delicate cotton thread now shimmers a brilliant shade of green. Alright, so there's one. The next one we'll do, let's see, let's go to... We can go to West Ronfor in the present, or we need to go to Grauberg in the past. Grauberg, huh? Alright, here we are in West Ronfor, so here's the night swell. Right up this hill. This is where we did the chocobo, or the goldfish scooping. Remember when we did that? Wasn't that fun? Can I click that from here? I don't think so. Can I? Maybe. No. Darn it. Oko dipped the delicate wool thread in the crisp, cool waters of the night swell, and it shimmers a brilliant shade of red. There we are. Now it's enchanted wool thread. Alright, so the last place is Grauberg, and this one has to be in the past, so I'll meet you guys there. Alright, so here we are on Grauberg in the past, and we should be getting close to some more water that we can get our last strand. This might be it right here. Let's take a look. I think it might be this waterfall here. Facespring, that looks good. Oko dipped the delicate linen thread in the tranquil waters of the Facespring. Alright, there we are. They shimmer a brilliant shade of blue. And we get the enhanced linen threads. That's all 3. So I don't think I can use my warp ring yet. No, we got a bit of time. Only 3 minutes. I'm just going to wait for this. And I'll meet you guys back at Windurst Waters. Was it? Yeah, Windurst Waters in the past. Where we'll talk to Panono. Alright, we're back here, right by the residential area of Windurst Waters in the past. Let's talk to Panono and show her the 3 enchanted strands we've collected. You've returned. Well, were you able to enchant the 3 spoolie wools of thread? Ah, yes, look at how beautifully they shimmer. You've done it. I truly can't thank you enough. Now I have enough thread to make charms for not only our valiant Taru soldiers, but their families and loved ones as well. Ah, what I wouldn't Taru give to see the return of a peaceful age where the services of neither charms nor soldiers are needed any longer. Sadly, I am but a humble artisan. There is little I can do except support Taru our cause in my own little way. Oh, perhaps you're curious why the threads must be enchanted with the waters of those 3 particular mystic pools. Do you remember our conversation about the magical properties of each thread? It would seem they hold the answer. First, courage to stand against the most fearsome Plytaru. The waters of the Night Swell are said to have bestowed legendary valor upon brave warriors throughout Taru, the course of history. Secondly, gentleness to soothly wound the deepest wound. The pixies of Grauberg are perhaps the gentlest beings of our world, and the tranquil waters of their spring are said to provide transcendent Taru peace of mind. Lastly, the waters of Lake Tepokalapuka. In all honesty, this one is a mystery even to me. That's one part of our family lore that's been lost to the ages. In the old language, Tepokalipuka means a ladle with a hole. But to what could that possibly refer? Heavensy Wevens, look at me. What am I doing getting caught up in a discussion of linguistics? I have charms to craft, orders to fill. In any event, Taru, you have my eternal gratitude for your aid. Take this, and may it bring you the best of fortune for years to come. Alright, and we got the trainee scissors, and I chose this one. There's lots of different quests you can take here in the Wings of the Goddess campaign. There's almost, I think, one of these little special items you can get that boosts every craft. I was able to find just about one for every craft, except for alchemy for some reason. I didn't really see an alchemy one, but the reason I wanted to do this one is because Clothcraft is one of the only remaining crafts that we haven't leveled up to 70 or higher yet. This is what we're sitting at right now for the craft. So I want to work on... Soon I'm going to be working on alchemy and Clothcraft. But when we want to do Clothcraft, there we have a little item that we can equip to give us a little bonus to our Clothcraft ability. There we are, scissors. Cool. Alright, so here we are in Bastok Markets in the past, and I was just editing the dancer video together and realized that the episode was a little short. It was only coming in at around an hour and a half. So, since we did some side quests as a dancer in Sandoria and Windurst, I thought we'd come to Bastok and just take care of a couple more little things. We can just keep the good times going as a dancer here. But one quest we can start here is with talking to Scarred Shark. Let's talk to him and get a cutscene. Hey, have you heard? Some Kadavs have begun equipping a new type of armor that has our army completely baffled. It's supposed to be bulletproof. If this new armor were to be mass-produced by the Kadav, we'd be in quite a tight spot. The issue's been causing mayhem in the Allied War Council. How do I know all this? I got the info through Gemp, a mercenary mate of mine. He's got heavy connections in the military. There's no doubt about it. The marks left on the bullets recovered from the site show telltale signs of deflection. I hate to admit it, but those turtles now have the upper hand. If the army hadn't rejected your request for funding, you could have developed your own bulletproof armor by now. I thought your theory on shape being a factor in repelling bullets rather compelling. The council is filled with hard-headed fossils. Hey, Varego, how's work been? Things are well, thanks. No exciting developments to report, really. But that's nothing to complain about. In our line of work, you have to count your stars just to be alive. That's the spirit. Say, if you're not busy, we'd like your help with our work. We've recently been commissioned by the army to oversee production at the munitions factory and need more hands. That's great news. This means you can finally put your smithing expertise to use, right? I suppose you could put it that way. The pay's nothing fancy, though. That's still wonderful news all the same. With all the advancements of weaponry being made by the Beastmen, it's reassuring to have you two in charge. Actually, me and Oko were talking about the new armor being used by the Kadav just now. You mean the Heavy Kadav chestplate and the Heavy Kadav backplate? What a coincidence. Gemp and I were having the exact same conversation. The armor's strength does not rely on thickness or material alone. I'm convinced it's the contour that holds the key to its ability to deflect bullets. Excuse me if I'm wrong, but haven't we already had this conversation 5 times today? This is beginning to become an unhealthy obsession, Gemp. It's a matter of grave importance to the security of the nation. If I could just get my hands on a sample, it'd be possible to analyze it and prove my bulletproofing theory correct. That's all well and good, but I reckon there's better gil to be had by developing a new weapon that'll penetrate the armor and selling the design to the army. Well, looks like I'm not the only one with an obsession. So, how about it? Would you be interested in finding me a Heavy Kadav chestplate and a Heavy Kadav backplate? I'll make sure you're rewarded. I want the army pieces so badly, I'm willing to part with my soul. Hey, hold your chocobos there, Gemp. You can't be serious about giving your soul away. Sure I can, I don't need it anymore. So, what do you say? Things could get a bit rough, but I could really appreciate your help. I could do with another soul. No, not interested. Yes, I'll help. I knew I could count on you. I'll be waiting. Alright, so those 2 key items can be gotten from a long list of Kadavs that you can just fight out in the world in a few different places. But we can also, it's possible to get those on the auction house, so I'll do that first. But before we do that, I am going to look for another person around here in Bastok Markets. And that person is called Wahid. Alright, so here we are. Here's Wahid, who's just in this part of Vastok Markets in the past. Outside the jewelers, it looks like. So let's talk to Wahid. Well met. I am Wahid, a gem dealer of some repute. If you're a man of class, you've doubtless already heard of me. Despite my copious wealth, I am a simple man of simple pleasures. Sell jewels by the cartload and use the ample proceeds to wine and dine on the Republic's finest fare. I ask for little else. Sadly, this accursed war has cut off my supply line, putting a dent in my profits and forcing me to subside on commoner's fare. Alas, 'tis a fate worse than death. But you seem the capable sort, so perhaps you could lend me a hand. Recently, I'm suffering from a shortage of product. Sunstones, aquamarines, and jadeites, to be exact. What's that? Where lies the market for gems in the midst of a war, you say? Oh ho! Allow me to let you in on the secret of my success. My loyal wife, you see, is a goldsmith of unparalleled skill. She fashions the gemstones I procure into rings so breathtaking that it is said mothers have let their children go hungry just to own one. Ahaha, oh-ho-ho, ahem, but I jest. At any rate, see if you can locate the 3 stones I seek. Rest assured that I can make it very much worth your while. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure all those items as well can be acquired at the auction house. Sunstones, I think. But there's also vendors that'll sell them. So I think we'll check out... I know that there's a vendor, I think, in... Let me see here. Vastok Markets present. The Goldsmiths Guild. I'm gonna head there and look for Vasala. So I'll meet you guys there. Alright, here we are, almost exactly where we were in the present. Let's head into the Goldsmiths Guild here and look for Vasala, we dealt with when we were raising our goldsmithing. Goldsmithing is pretty good. Our goldsmithing, it's over 70, and I know that. Alright, so she has some of these items apparently. Let's see here. A jadeite, that was one of them. Let's buy one of those. And then there was another one here that I think she has. I thought it was the aquamarine. Oh yeah, it is. Right here. They're expensive, huh? But I'll buy an aquamarine. Alright, now she doesn't have sunstones, I believe. I don't think so. Let me see. No one... I don't think anybody sells sunstones. But they are available on the auction house. If they're available. So I guess we'll go to the auction house next. And we'll look for the sunstone. And those Kadav pieces. And then if they don't have them at the auction house, then we'll have to go out hunting for them. Alright, I should have warped to the auction house, but it's right over here. Alright, first thing I'll do is look for the sunstone. Where are you? Here we are. Nothing. Nothing available. They come on here quite frequently, but none right now. Let me see. Where can we get them? Wow, they're actually not that easy to find. Alright, well, I have to come back to that. Alright, let's see here. Let's go under Beast Maid and see what we can get for the chest plate and the back plate. There's 2 available here. These are the heavy ones we want. Heavy chest, but this one's... Oh boy, really? I can buy one for 1,000. Let's see if that's true. Wow. Let's see, these ones, they're here all the time. We just happen to not have one available right now. So maybe I'll go out and look for that then. We're looking for a back plate. They should be easy to find. Lots of Kadavs have them. The one that's not so hard to get is the Sunstone. How are we going to do that? There's lots of different ways you can get them. There's some sort of notorious monster in LDM Necropolis, apparently. There's several BCNMs that we could do where it's a possible drop. There's campaign ops. There's lots, but... no vendors. Alright, there we are. We got the back plate. Yeah, I've been doing some grinding around here, and I think the front chest plates are way easier to come by. Because look, we bought one at the auction house, but look, we found 5 more since I've been searching around for this back plate. But we finally got one. That's all. One is all we need. I'm just gonna kill this Pice, and then just, yeah. Guess we'll be heading back to Bastok in the past very soon. Alright, we're gonna try something here. I'm going to experiment here. It's possible I can get a sunstone through goldsmithing by taking a wind crystal and applying a red rock, which I just bought a stack of. Let's just see what happens. Now, the standard thing for this is ruby. But you can get other things like garnets. A sunstone is an HQ item, but we're pretty high level of goldsmithing. So let's just see what happens in. Mr. Don, that's an HQ one. That's the other HQ one we could get. So I'm just gonna whoops. No, that's not what we stop that. We gotta try it again. Yeah, that's good. That's a good sign, I have to say. We got 12 attempts at this. I'm just going to keep synthesizing these wind crystals with these red rocks, and hopefully we get a sunstone. No success. Got lots of sardonyxes and some rubies, garnets, everything but the sunstone. Alright, there's one more crafting skill I found, which could give us a sunstone, but it's a little high level for us. Our goldsmithing is pretty good. We're at 71, but this one requires around 81. 10 higher than we are. So it could be tough. But let me just see if I can get some help. Advanced synthesis support. Let's get this. And let's just see if we can do this. So we're going to be doing, this time, a wind crystal. with an Ifritite, and we have tons of those. We collect those all the time from just our everyday grinding. Let's see if we can just get one out of the stack of 12 crystals I currently have. That would be great. But this could give us a sunstone as the regular item from this. Let's see, is that it? Oh my gosh, there we go. There it is. Lo and behold, we did it. I wonder if I should do another one. Let's just do another one, and then maybe we can sell some of these. No, I'm not going to bother doing that. That's silly. Okay, well, there we go, guys. We had the means to do it all along. I was just doing the wrong recipe, but we finally got our sunstone, which means we got all the items we need. So now we can go back to the past with all of our items now and move on with those quests. So I'll meet you guys in Bastok in the past. Alright, so here he is. So here's Wahid. We'll talk to him first. So let's trade him. He wanted the Jadeite, the Aquamarine, and the Sunstone. That was so very difficult to get, but we finally got it. Oh, I knew I could count on you. After all, my sterling character judgment is quite renowned in the Bastokan merchant circle. Ah, yes, splendiferous, magnificent. I need only sell these, and I'll have wine enough to bathe in. What say you to 50,000 gil for the lot of them? You see, my far-famed generosity knows no bounds. Sure, I'll take the money. You don't have to. I think you can decline his offer and keep the items, I think. But I'm just going to sell them, because I don't need them. Wahid, what's all this hubbub? I could hear your blathering all the way from my studio. Oh, there you are, my dear. You couldn't have picked a finer time to come. This is my wife, Swance, of whom I spoke, and this, my dear, is the industrious young man who has brought the gems that will make me, us, rich beyond our wildest dreams. So hop to it, honey. Work your magic on these beauties. Wahid, must you truly go on with this? Even the most precious gem that never leaves its jewel casket is naught but a lonely rock. Bastok is at war, or haven't you noticed? In these hard times, it is all folk like us can do to get through each day with food on our tables, and our loved ones' lives intact. Still, you look only to profit off the sale of these luxuries? Ah ha 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 ha! Please stop, my dear, lest I bust a gut from laughter. 'Tis precisely because our lives may end at any moment that I choose to make the most of the time I have. If some vainglorious good wife is willing to lighten her purse to that end, who am I to stand in the way? Would you deny me that? But Wahid, is there not a greater good we could be serving? A truer cause that calls for our aid? In these trying times, it is not lavish baubles that renew people's spirits, but hopes and dreams of a brighter future. Here is what I propose. Forget precious gems. We can fashion a new line of goods to sell at a more modest price. What if you could find, yes, the mystic stones spoken of in the old legends? I could fashion them into good luck charms. Anything to give the fearful townsfolk a dose of hope and courage. Mystic stones, good luck charms. Wahaha! You're quite the jokester today, my dear. Even if such things existed, which I doubt they do, why should I break my back hunting down pebbles that would bring but a pittance in return? You may have talent, but let us not forget that it's me and my prodigious gem acquisition skills that put the food on our table. Hopes, dreams, courage? Pshaw! I'm a businessman, a successful one at that, and I intend to stay that way. If the mushy sentiments of the rabble are of such concern to you, Maybe you should go find your precious mystic stones yourself. Pig! Wow, she was upset. There she goes again. Oh well. Can't say I didn't try to talk some sense into her. I'm afraid we'll have to put our little transaction on hold. What? She's a willful one, but without her skills, those stones won't sell for 1/10 of what I offered you. But worry not, friend. She'll come around, as she always does. My infallible merchant's instincts tell me so. It won't be long before we're all rolling in gil. Ah, damn it. Well, now what do we do? Alright, we're gonna head to the north side of town, then while we figure out what to do with him. And we'll go see the other guy now about that armor plate. We want to head towards the exit to North Gusterberg anyway, so that's sort of in the right direction. So I'll meet you guys when we get there. Alright, here we are back at the northern part here that exits out to North Gusterberg. And here's Scarred Shark. So let's trade him those 2 pieces of armor. The front and the back. Plays and see what he says. Oof, the weight is incredible. These are exactly what Gemp wanted. Thank you so much. I'll deliver them to Gemp immediately and accept the reward on your behalf. Be sure to come back to collect it from me in a little while. Alright. Now I'm going to head back to Wahid. Alright, here we are back at Wahid. Let's talk to him. Oh-ho, there you are. Sorry you had to witness our little lovers spat the other day. Actually, speaking of my wife, you haven't perchance seen her around, have you? It pains me to say this, but she hasn't been back home since that day. Wherever could she have run off to? I don't mean to turn you into my errand boy, but perhaps you could take a look around for her. It appears my infallible merchant's instincts aren't quite what they used to be. Alright, well, I think I'll check for her just out in northern Gusterberg. So I'm going to head back to where we just were, and close to where Scarred Shark was, and we will head out to North Gusterberg from there. Alright, this appears to be the way to go, but it's blocked. Alright, we have to ask for permission to get out, so there we are. Are you alright, soldier? That's a lot of blood. Ah, someone help me over here. Take this to a man named Engelhart. Get him to a medic. Alright, we receive a clump of animal hair. Alright, so we gotta find that Engelhart guy, and I believe he is close to the Palborough mines. I guess it's up in the north there. Uh-huh. Okay, yeah, it's right up there in the northern part. So I'll just grab our mount and I'll meet you guys there. Alright, so we should be in the right area. It should be around here somewhere. Okay, so we're gonna look for a question mark spot around here. Alright, so right around this area here. Let's click here. There's nothing out of the ordinary here. Now, why would that be? You know what that means? That means we got the wrong cutscene when we left there. That guy that gave us the animal here, I guess that was wrong. I guess that wasn't the right cutscene I was looking for, which is too bad. Because that means I have to go all the way back now. And it took a long time to get here. That's too bad. Okay, oh well, it is what it is. So I'm going to just head back to North Goosterberg in the past and exit out again. And hopefully we get a different cutscene this time. The good news is we can talk to our friend Scarred Shark to get our item now. So I'll meet you at Scarred Shark. Alright, so here we are back at Scarred Shark. So let's talk to him to finish his quest. Oh, you're back, Oko. Gemp said he wanted to give the reward to you in person, so please wait here while I go fetch him. You're a lifesaver, Oko. The armor pieces are exactly what I was looking for, and in such great condition, too. Here, this is my soul, as promised. It's a smithing instrument that was made for me by a traveling tool vendor who taught me my craft. But it does its job too well, almost to a fault. Relying too much on it jeopardizes my integrity as a master blacksmith. That's why I've decided to give it away. Oh, and one more thing. I examined the Kadav armor, and it's as I expected, a makeshift construction that deflects bullets. What we don't know, though, is whether it was accident or intent that made the armor bulletproof. Either way, nothing changes the fact that the Kadav now pose a greater threat than ever before. But how are we to fight an enemy that is impervious to bullets? There's no reason for panic. After all, there's no such thing as impenetrable armor. At least not for our Garben. You've already thought up ways to make a gun shoot through the new Kadav armor, right? Yeah, it's possible to increase firepower by tweaking charge and bullet. After that, penetrating the turtle armor would be like poking a rapier into a yogurt cake. But what? I've been developing something else, a tempered steel axe that will slice right through entire ranks of Kadav. Well, that's exaggerating things a little. A well-aimed blow with a heavy, well-weighted axe head should smash apart rivets that hold together plates of armor, turning it into a dismantled heap on the ground. Even if the armor holds, the sheer force of the blow will not leave the wearer unscathed. Gulkan soldiers like ourselves can wield battle axes with ease, so the idea is not without merit. But why axes and not guns? You see, I detest projectile weapons. Garben, this matter is too serious to make decisions based on personal preferences. No, there is sense in what Garben is saying. Only a handful of Kadav will have the strength to don such heavy armor. In that case, if we let the strongest in their ranks weigh themselves down... and mobilize a Gulkin strike team armed with enhanced battle axes to eliminate them as soon as they are sighted. Problem solved. Who would have thought? Then it's decided, Garben, you continue developing those tempered steel battle axes, and I'll start working on a lightweight bulletproof armor that'll surpass anything those turtles have. Leave it to me, Gemp. Just don't be too shocked when my axe pulverizes your armor like a chunk of rock salt. Ha! We'll see who has the last laugh. My armor will stand up to your pickaxes. Oh, I bet you're planning to use that revolutionary shock-absorbing material of yours. A refresher course in introductory physics should be your first priority, my misguided friend. Alright, and after that friendly banter... Oh, there's more dialogue here. Those two are always carrying on like that, but I know that beneath their cheerful exterior, they are dead serious about smithing. Gemp and Garben chose to become smiths because they couldn't bear to see their mercenary friends fall in battle for want of decent armor. Armor made by soldiers for soldiers, that's the way it should be. I wonder if they'd be willing to take me on as an apprentice. Alright, there we are, and we get the trainee hammer, which is a nice item to wear when we're crafting for smithing. It gives us smithing skill +1, which could be helpful in the future. Crafting still has a role to play here in Final Fantasy XI. Stuff we haven't even gotten into as well. Stuff known as the Prime Crafts or something like that. I haven't really looked into it much yet. But anyway, let's just head out again here and just see if we get another cutscene, which is bizarre that we got something else. I wonder what that was for. Let's just see what happens here when we leave a second time. Aha, there's something different here. Sir, reporting back from patrol of the Palbro mines, sir. Nothing out of the ordinary, save for what sounded like the faint scream of a woman in the vicinity of the entrance. Assuming it to be a ghost and a potential liability of my well-being, I naturally investigated no further, sir. Idiot. And you call yourself a soldier? Could it have been a mercenary? With the famine of late, perhaps it was an unfortunate civilian collecting mushrooms for their starving children. Of course, sir. Gee, you're so smart, sir. Anyway, we'd best have a rescue squad sent out. Pull yourself together and come with me. Alright, well, I hope that's the right cutscene, because I'm going to be heading right back to where we just were a little while ago. So I'll just meet you guys way back up here. Be right back. Alright, so we're back in this right area. We want to just get to the border of J5 and J4, which I think was right around the corner here. Probably right here. Alright, let's see what happens now when we click on this little mysterious spot here at this bush. You there! What's a civilian like you doing in a dangerous area like this? You should get back to town before you find yourself on the wrong end of a Kadav's axe. So we just walked out of the cutscene. It's too late. She's gone. Oh, I didn't even see there was a person there. Oof. That's sad. Nothing we can do. Let's bring her back to town and see if we can't track down her identity. If she left behind any loved ones, they will have to be contacted. Very sad to think a person just dying out here in the middle of nowhere all alone. There was a little item there. I wonder if I... We search. Concealed within the shrubbery, we find an unadorned ring. Alright, a key item we got. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so now all we have to do is go back to Rahid. So I'll meet you guys back at North Gustaberg in the past. Pardon me, not North Gustaberg. Bastock Markets in the past. Alright, here we are, back at Wahid. Let's show him that unadorned ring key item we just got. Ah, I've been waiting for you. Have a look at this letter. I found it as I was searching my house just a moment ago. Oh, I didn't even think of this, but was that his wife that was dead? Yikes. Here, you can read it along with me. Perhaps it might offer us a clue as to Swance's whereabouts. Ooh. My dearest husband, forgive me for running off in a huff like that. Sometimes I allow my emotions to get the better of me. I imagine you're asking yourself where I came up with that far-fetched notion of mystic stones. I meant not to anger you. Still, I fear that if I were to say this face to face, I would succeed only in incurring your ire once more, and so I put ink to parchment. Do you remember the ring you gave me on our wedding day? So unique, so lovely, it piqued my curiosity from the start. Recently I learned that it was one of the early works of a highly celebrated goldsmith. The story has it that this goldsmith intended to set the ring with one of the stones of legend. Though they do not shine as bright as diamonds, nor any other precious gem, it is said that they would bring lifelong happiness to any couple. Did you know? Ever the businessman, you were doubtless more concerned with its glitter than its history. Still, in these dark times, I thought we could work together to provide that same hope and happiness to the disheartened populace. I wanted this with all my heart. Call me a sentimental little girl, but this is why I sought your aid in finding the stones, and why I now go in search of them on my own. I know you are still angry at me, but I promise you, I will find the stones and fashion the most beautiful ring the three nations have ever seen. That day I hope you can forgive me. Yours, Swange. What is that woman thinking? She's always been pig-headed. But do you think she was actually serious about going on that wind crystal chase? And alone to boot? What was that look on your face just now? Is there something you're not telling me? I better tell him, yes. Why, this is the wedding ring I gave Swange. What were you doing with it? Where did you find this, I say? You're hiding something from me, I know it. Out with it before I lose my patience. Break the news, yes. Gotta be honest. No, it can't be. Damn you! You're trying to trick me. You are the jeweler Wahid, correct? Uh-oh. I am afraid I bring somber news. Our border patrol has reported a citizen slain in the vicinity of the Palborough mines. The victim has been confirmed as your wife, Swange. Aw, that's terrible. It appears she was targeted by a band of Kadav raiders. No, it can't be true. Oh, goodness. Why do you forsake me so? How could you lead her into harm's way? My Swange. Your wife was holding this in her hand. I know your grief is still fresh, but take it. It is yours. Could it be a shard of obsidian? Back in the days when I was but a fledgling shop owner, without the resources to procure precious gems, Swange would bring me these home and polish them until they sparkled like the starlit night sky. At the time, I thought them little more than pebbles. To return to those days, our store was but a shack, these stones bringing in barely enough coin to afford the ramshackle roof over our heads. And yet our travels brought us closer than we had ever been before, or have been since. Looking back, those were probably the happiest years of our lives. Swange. Your wife's remains are being held in the military morgue, should you wish to pay your last respects. Alright, let's see what he says now. Swange, yeah, so we just have to zone and then come back. And then he'll have something different to say. So now that we've given Wahid a little time with his thoughts, let's check in on him and see how he's doing. Oh, it's you again. Please forgive me for the other day. The grief was too much to bear. Since that day, this shard of obsidian has never left my hand. It's worth no more than a pebble, and isn't even much to look at. But I shall cherish it more than the most precious diamond. I've decided to take it upon myself to realize Swange's unfulfilled dream. I shall collect stones like the one she gave her life to find, and do what I can to bring hope and good fortune to the people. And when the day comes that I leave this world to rejoin her side, I can only hope she will forgive me. This trainee Buren was one of her most beloved tools. Please take it. You're far more of a goldsmith than I. Perhaps someday when you become a master, you can fashion Swange's stone into a ring worthy of her memory. And there we go. We get the trainee Buren, which is another item that'll help. This one gives a +1 to goldsmithing skill. +1. There we are. A katana. Alright, so there we go, guys. There's a few little extra quests that we managed to take care of here as a dancer in Bastok of the Past. And that should finish things up for this episode as dancer. Alright guys, so that's it. Well, we spent a little more time as a dancer, but we didn't actually get to do any fighting really in those last two quests, but that's okay. At least we got to spend some more time in the past doing some more of the Wings of the Goddess stuff, which is part of the dancer job. Alright, that's going to be everything for now, guys. Yeah, there's still more jobs to come. We're looking pretty good on our jobs so far. We'll take another look at that as well. Right? So there we are. That's what we're sitting at. The next jobs that we're going to be tackling are going to be Blue Mage and Puppet Master whenever I get around to those, but that will be soon enough. Right? Soon enough. Right, that's going to be everything for today's episode, so thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel by clicking on the link down below. I'm Oko, and I'll see you guys all on the next episode of our playthrough of Final Fantasy XI. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have yourselves a great day. Bye for now.